So let's start with the problem of repetitions of CSES, what I've given you as a task, right? Let's start off. So what do we require? So what do we require here? Only one thing, that is the string, right? Only the string is required. So you can directly utilize string, right? String data type is inbuilt class inside my C++. So you can directly use it, string S, and take an input of that. Okay? Take in the input. Now next, what I require, how many repetitions are there, correct? How many repetitions are there? So if there is a repetition of G, I have to consider them all, right? Or all of them together. All the three G's should be considered together. So what I should say for int I equal to 0, I should be less than n, and I am not increasing the value of I. Let it be as it is, correct? Now how should I go ahead? I would assign the value of j to I plus 1. Now I'm going to say while what? J is lesser than n. Let me have int n is equal to s dot length. Okay? How many characters are there inside my string? I can access that utilizing s dot length. String is an inbuilt class of C++. All of you can use it to take input and print the output of required things, required strings, whatever you wish. Fine. Till the time. Firstly, inside the while condition, you have to first check whether j has gone out of the bound of my indices or not. Okay? And then you have to, along with it, you have to give the condition. And let's say I say s of j is equal to s of j minus 1. Okay? Till the time consecutive characters are equal, I'm gonna take the value of j one by one. Okay? I'm gonna take the value of j one by one. I'm gonna say j plus plus. Or you can just say till the time value of s of j is equal to s of I. That's more clear, right? I want that how many characters are equal to the ith character right now wherever I'm standing. Okay? So I can keep a count as well. That how many similar characters at one go I'm getting. So let that be initially 1. I know that the ith character is definitely, if it is a, I have got a count of that for sure. Then I'm going to check how many characters from I plus 1 till whatever value is equal to a or not. Correct? And I can have an answer as well, right? I can have an answer as well. Let that be 0. And I'm going to take the value of j one by one. You can also remove this count. It's of no use actually. Let us see how we are gonna say that how many characters are actually equal to the ith character at one go. Okay, just a minute. Let me bring my board. Okay, so I'm gonna say how many characters at one go. Let me write the test case here. Let it be AC. What was the test case, by the way? ATTCGGA, right? Let me change it a little bit. Let it be AACGG. Then let's say A again. Okay? Let this be my. So I start off my I from this 0 and I assign my J here. Is the jth character equal to the ith character? Yes, it is, right? So I will take my J one step ahead. Now, is the jth character equal to the ith character? No. C is different than J. So my J stands here, right? So at this point, the while loop will be breaking. When J will be hitting the second index, this inner while loop will be breaking up, correct? Now tell me how many characters have we found out? How many characters have we found out? J is at 2 and I is at 0. How many characters have we found out that are consecutively equal? 2 characters. How can I know that? I can say j minus I. You can access the value via the formula j minus I. It will come equal to 2. Correct? Fine. So I'm going to say if the number of characters that are equal, and how can I access that? I can say the current count of characters that is equal to, that are same, is equal to j minus I. Done. and whatever is the count, that can be a possible maximum answer for us. Correct? So I can say answer is equal to max of its current value as well as the count that whatever I am getting. Correct? Okay. And at the end, once I'm done with the loop, okay, fine. One thing we have missed, what is that? Now my I, right? Now what should happen? Now what should happen? Let me just write it. A, let's say it is G, okay? And let's say it is A again. So my J was standing here and I was standing here. Now I know that by the values of I and J, I know how many A's are there consecutive. Now, see, I shouldn't be now standing here. I should not be standing here. I should skip my I to G so that I can take J from its next position. Okay. And J should be starting off from the new value of I plus 1, will be going to these two G's, correct? And once it reaches the next A, it's gonna, the inner loop is gonna finish again. Okay. Then again, if you subtract 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now J will be at 5 and I will be at 2. Now, once you subtract them again, you will be getting the count as 3. So I know that 3 G's are there for me. 3 G's consecutively are occurring. Correct? So what should I do? How can I, once I am having A, G, A, my I was here and my J was here, right? At this point, the inner loop stopped. At that time, my count came out to be 3 and I updated that. My answer was 0. So 0, we are having a better answer in terms of count. So I'm gonna, so it's not 3, it's gonna be 2. 2 ways are there. So I'm gonna say answer will be 2 now. A better answer I'm getting, so answer will be 2. What should I do then? I should now focus on how many consecutive G's are there. So I'm gonna assign I to the first G wherever J is pointing. And then J will be starting from the next position again. So what can I do? Post the calculation is done, the updation of answer has been there. I'm gonna say now the value of I will be equal to J. So that's why I didn't say how I will be incrementing. I will be incrementing how, I haven't mentioned then at all. Okay, I haven't done that. Correct? Once J finishes its operation, wherever it stops, I can guarantee that the Jth character is different than that of ith character. So what I say, from the Jth character, I should carry on my further calculation that how many consecutive characters are there, that is equal to G. Let's suppose wherever my J was pointing, it was pointing to a new character G. So I should focus on how many consecutive new characters I can find out. So I shifted my I to G. Now what's going to happen again? It's going to go back to the outer loop. Once I has been assigned to J, I's value is standing at 2. Correct? I's value is standing at 2. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen? It's going to check the condition. It is lesser than 6. Correct? So we can run on the loop. And then what will be happening? The condition is checked that we can further run the loop for sure. Then what will be happening again? What will be happening? Tell me someone. Now, there is no J at all. Once the loop has gone back to the outer loop, I points at this G. Then again, J will be assigned to the new position. And I'm going to say, while J is lesser than N, definitely J is lesser than N. And S of J is equal to S of I. Jth character is equal to ith character. Yes, it is. Take J to the next step, right? The loop traverses back to the while loop again. Is J lesser than N? No, right? Is J lesser than N? Yes, it is. This condition is true again. And again, S of J is equal to S of I. So take J to the next character, correct? Now, once it hits A, I know that the Jth character is not equal to the ith character. So it breaks out of the loop. And now I say how many count of consecutive characters we have got. That is again equal to J minus I. Okay. Store that inside count. And update that, okay, is this count, whatever you have got, better than the current value of the answer that I am having? If it is so, update that. And then assign I to A again, that, okay, how many consecutive A's from this position I can get? So similarly, you have to go ahead. Okay? Similarly, you have to go ahead. Now let me try printing. The final result will be stored inside my answer. And let me try printing it. Let me try. Okay, sorry. I didn't give any input. It is ATTCGGA. Since no string is there, that's why. Let us see whether the answer coming out is good or not. Okay. The answer is coming out to be 3, correct? Let me try downloading it. And let us see whether the result coming out is good or not. Let us try submitting this. Okay, has it got accepted? Has it got accepted? Fully and finally, right? All are good. Take the code, whoever wants. Giving it here over the chat. कोई doubt है किसी को? अभी पूछो. What is the time complexity of this question? Can anyone tell me? What is the time complexity of this question? Can anyone give me the answer for this?
N square.
N.
Who is telling n square, by the way? Okay, how is it n square?
So there are 2 loops, like while loop and a for loop.
Okay, so what is happening here?
Like for every increment of I, there would be like the while loop would be working from.
He's just checking the condition, so it will be like in constant time.
Yeah,
So
but
how
then
many times? Just observe one thing. Just observe one thing. How did we move ahead? A, G, G, G. Then again A. How many times I am visiting each character? Each of the character is getting visited how many times? If I is here, J will be visiting this one. Okay, and once J comes here, my I shifts here. Correct? Then again J goes to the next position, I plus 1. Then again J will be visiting this. Now once J points to this A, okay, the inner loop ends, and I again shifts to this A. So each character is getting visited just once. So the time complexity is big O of n. Okay, not more than n operations I am doing. No matter whether you are running 2 loops, right? The time complexity is what the actual loops are doing. J is just a complementary loop for us that we are utilizing to do what? To visit our next characters which we are interested at. So none of the characters are getting visited more than once. Okay, so that's why our time complexity is big O of n. Getting the point, all of you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
yes, sir.
All of you बोलो, सब कोई, जितने लोग हो सब कोई बोलो. कोई डाउट है, कुछ है, अभी बोलो.
सर कोड थोड़ा नीचे कीजिए तो एक बार.
ये देखो, ठीक है.
सर वो लास्ट लाइन, वो मैक्स के बाद वाला, आंसर के बाद वाला, आई इज इक्वल्स टू जे, ये वाला थोड़ा बोलिए तो यहाँ पे.
ड्राई रन कर रहे थे, देखो क्या हो रहा था. ए जी जी जी, ठीक है.
हाँ.
आई से लेके जे जब यहाँ पे आया तो इनर लूप खत्म हो गया. ठीक है. अब मुझे
अच्छा, हाँ.
देखना है कंसेक्यूटिव जी कितनी बार है. तो मैं बस एक काम करता हूँ, बोलता हूँ आई तो जे की जगह चला जा. ठीक है.
ओके ओके
और
ओके.
जे
हाँ
को बोलते हैं चलो आई यहाँ पे पॉइंट कर रहा है, आप वापस से शुरू करो आई प्लस 1 से और देखो कितने जी है मेरे लाइन में कंसेक्यूटिव.
ओके ओके
यही
सर.
काम करता है. ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
समझ आया आप सबको? टेक्निक कैसा लगा? सही लगा?
हाँ सर.
बहुत आसान प्रॉब्लम है यार ये तो. मतलब ये प्रैक्टिस करो, हो जाएगा आप लोगों से. So what we can tell that this is kind of a 2-pointer approach. Utilizing 2 pointers, we are able to solve it. Anyone is having any doubt? Please tell me, all of you. बाकी लोग से हो गया था पहले? हेलो,
हाँ
बाकी
सर.
लोगों से क्या ये पहले ही हो गया है या नहीं हुआ है? ठीक है. C++ STL को यूज किया करो. ठीक है. I think we might require a session for that. Okay, fine. We'll see. I think I have shown you how to utilize string in C++. कर सकते हो वैसे. ठीक है. Which question is next, by the way, for us?
इंक्रीजिंग एरर।
इंक्रीजिंग एरे, इसमें क्या दिक्कत है सुने हम भी, व्हाट्स द इशू? कितनों से बन गया इंक्रीजिंग एरे? कितनों से बन गया बताइए। ओके, 1 person has done. I am leaving this again to you people. एक बार और जस्ट ट्राई थिंकिंग, ठीक है?
Sir, can you like explain the problem statement again?
They are saying that every element is at least as large as the previous element. Getting the point here? You have to modify the array in such a manner such that every element is at least as large as the previous element. What does it mean? Suppose that you are having 2 1 3 1 2 10 2 5, something like that. It's not an increasing array as of now. Let's start from, you can just neglect that. The first element, it doesn't matter. From the second element, I can start the checking part. Is the second element as greater? Is the second element at least equal to its previous element? Is it true? The
False,
condition
false.
should, the condition is array of I should be at least greater than or equal to array of I minus 1. This should be the condition for all I. For all I. ठीक है?
हाँ
So 1 क्या है? Lesser है. 1 तो less है. You have to perform some operations, right? So what is the least number of operations to achieve this condition? Tell me.
One, sir.
I can just make 1 equal to 2. Am I correct? So
yes,
one operation I require to do and change it to 2.
yes.
Okay, is 3 already? Now check for 3. Is 3 already greater than 2? It is so? Is it so?
Sir.
So कुछ
हाँ,
नहीं
sir.
करना, already greater है ये.
Greater.
So I can say that, I can say from this 2 to the 3, we are already in increasing format. Change करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. Now again, is this 1 greater than or equal to this 3? Is it true?
Sir.
True or false? 1 greater है 3 से है या नहीं?
No, sir, no.
फॉल्स है तो सर टू
क्या?
अब
सही होगा।
कुछ ऑपरेशन करना पड़ेगा ना, कुछ ऑपरेशन
हाँ।
करना पड़ेगा. क्या
हाँ,
करना
सर.
पड़ेगा बोलो?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
टू
Okay.
हाँ सर.
So I said plus 2 operation plus 2 and 1 is converted to 3. Correct?
हाँ सर.
आगे आप फिर से देखो, 2 3 के बराबर है, 2 3 के
नहीं.
ग्रेटर देन इक्वल है,
Smaller.
क्या प्लस 1 करना पड़ेगा?
1 करना पड़ेगा.
प्लस 1 ऑपरेशन. इज 5 ग्रेटर देन 3?
हाँ.
It is. So what is the total number of operations we have done? 4.
4.
This is the answer.
ओके सर.
Okay. Try this once more. ठीक है? तो बहुत सिंपल सा प्रॉब्लम है, कुछ नहीं है इसमें.
ओके सर.
Okay. Try this once more. Try to code as simple as possible. Don't complicate it. Think for some time what I can do to improve my code. That's the thing. Okay, fine. Let's move on and let's have some good problems today. Okay. So my first question is number spiral. Can you think of the question a little bit? Can you think of the problem a little bit? What do you think? You are given a spiral matrix like this. How it is happening? Let's see. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 till 25. This is a kind of graph as well. A kind of graph, a special kind of graph that if you start off from the starting point, you can just keep on drawing it and can reach the end without lifting your pen. This is the property. This is the kind of graph. We can discuss it later on. Okay. ठीक है, ये काइंड ऑफ ग्राफ है. चलो एक बार सोचो कि इसको मैं कैसे करूंगा. द क्वेश्चन गिवन इज, गिवन एनी सेल, you will be given any x or y at the row number x and column number y, correct? Which element is present? You have to print that. Which element? Suppose that they have given 2 2, row number 2, column number 2, then you have to print the answer is 7. Can you try this? Can you try this? Please think and then give me some answer. What are your thoughts on the questions? This is a very interesting problem. ठीक है? Please try this for some time. Okay, any thoughts anyone is having on the question? Bolo, kya karna hai? This is a very interesting problem. That's why we have hold the week for intuition problems. You can observe and you can deliver. Bolo, kya karna hai isme? Y and X are fairly larger. Y and X are fairly larger. This is a sample, right? If suppose both Y and X are of the range 10 to the power 9, agar dono Y and X, both of them are 10 to the power 9, such kind of matrix is very tough to find out. 10 to the power 9 cross 10 to the power 9. Such kind of matrix is very huge, will be having a very huge memory to form. So you cannot literally found this. And even if I form it, I have to fill 10 to the power 18 spaces. Such time complexity as well is not allowed. You have to think, given the value of Y and X, you have to think which element is residing here at once. By utilizing some formula, some maths, you have to predict it. It's not that I can just utilize some log-based techniques here. So what should I do? Bolo kya karna hai? How can I proceed with the problem? Anyone? Anyone? देखो यार, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चली गई. क्या सोच रहे हो बताओ, कुछ तो बताओ. Okay, let's take this example 2 and 3 element that is residing in second row and third column. What is that? What is that, by the way? Second row and third column. So I must say this is the second row and the third column. So answer should be 8. Element residing in second row and fourth column. What that should be, by the way? 11, right? 11. Okay. What are you observing? What do you think? See here. Second row, second column, right? Second row starting from this position and coming to this position. Okay. From the starting of the second column to the end of to the beginning of my second row, we are having 2, 3, and 4. Then you start off from the beginning of third row, you end up at the beginning of what? You end up at the beginning of the third column. This entire thing is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I say whatever are the contents here, they lie from 1 square plus 1 till 2 square. Am I correct? Am I correct or not? Similarly, can I say the content here lies between 2 square plus 1 till 3 square? आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? पहले ये ऑब्जर्वेशन देखो, आ रहा है? यहाँ के जितने भी एलिमेंट्स हैं ये 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 1 से लेके 3 स्क्वायर तक लाई करते हैं. सही कह रहा हूँ, गलत कह रहा हूँ? ऑब्जर्व हियर, ऑल ऑफ यू. Asche? Okay, now can you tell me something? Can you tell me something about this column and this row? What observation you are making from here? Starting from the beginning of my fourth column, what I am able to figure out? This entire it lies from 10 to 16. So what we are able to figure out? It lies from 3 square plus 1 till 4 square. Am I correct? Am I correct? Okay, now have an observation. Have an observation. Have a whatever numbers are there that resides from 1 square to 2 square. Sorry. 1 square plus 1 till 2 square. They start off from the column and they end up in the row. Whatever numbers we have from 2 square plus 1 till 3 square. Okay? That start off from the row and end up in the column. Am I correct? Both are a bit reverse. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Both are a bit in reverse order. Am I correct? Am I wrong? बोलो. Okay, और क्या ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो बोलो. What else you are observing? Suppose that second row and third column. Can I just say if you take out the maximum, it is in second row and third column. I can guarantee that it will be lying within 2 square plus 1 till 3 square. How can I guarantee that? Second row, third column, the answer is 8. So definitely it is lying in between what? 2 square plus 1 till 3 square. Somewhere around it will be lying. Okay? It will be lying. Acha. If I say third row, fifth column, what is the result? Third row and fifth column here, right? 23. Can I say definitely it's gonna lie between 4 square plus 1 till 5 square? How can you guarantee that? That's my question. So whichever of them, okay, in which range the number is lying, right? कौन से range में number lie करती है? कैसे govern हो रहा है यहाँ पे? How that is getting governed? By the max of the row and the column. Whichever comes out to be, okay? अगर इस दोनों की max value मेरे को 5 मिलती है, that means, okay, the number is lying, okay, in between 5 square and 5 minus 1 square plus 1. This is the range in which the number will be lying. Okay. So I have to do one thing. Suppose I am finding for 23. I know that in the last row or the last column, my result is lying. That's for sure. It is either in the fifth row or either in the fifth column. My result will be lying. Correct? I know this thing. Now, how should you go ahead? What else? So, what else should we do? Tell me. What else should we do? इतना दूर सबको intuition समझ आया? Have you got the intuition till this point? Please tell me this, all of you. All of you, सबको जितने लोग हो. Have you got the intuition till this point? Have you got the intuition? So firstly, among R and C, I have to grab which one is maximum. Okay? Which one is maximum? So if suppose the result comes out to be 5, I know that the result is in between 4 square plus 1 till 5 square. ठीक है? इस बीच मेरा result है. समझ रहे हो कि नहीं? So suppose I find out that the max is 5. The max is 5. Correct? And suppose I say that, okay, the column value was 5. Column value is 5. Okay? Max of RC is 5 and it is through the column. So I know that in the fifth column, my result is lying for sure. In the fifth column, my result is lying. Correct? Okay. Now, at what cost? Where the result is lying in the fifth column? How would you find out that? It is given, let's say, third row and fifth column. At where my result is lying in the fifth column? How would you find out that? Okay, what is the number? I don't require actually that at where it is lying. It is in the third row and fifth column. It's given to you. I know that it is in the fifth column. So where the result will be lying? So see, if it is lying within 4 square plus 1 to 5 square, then I know that this is the row driven sequence. This is a row driven sequence. It starts from the row, ends up in the column. It's the entire range of numbers start off from the last row, fifth row, and ends up in the fifth column. Correct? Okay, this is row driven. I know that whatever sequence, correct? Whatever sequence starts off from a even number, that is a row driven. Okay? Or not an even number, by the way. Whatever sequence, sorry, rather let's generalize it. Whatever sequence ends at an odd square. Whatever sequence ends at an odd square, that is a row driven matrix. Whatever sequence ends at an even square, whatever sequence ends at an even square, that is what? A column driven sequence that starts off from the column and ends up in the row. That's how it should be going. तो बताओ अब नंबर कैसे फाउंड आउट होगा? नंबर कैसे फाउंड आउट होगा? You have got now everything. You have got now everything. Every observation is with us now. Then how you are gonna solve it? I say I am finding for third row and fifth column. Then I know that, okay, this is what? Maximum is odd. Maximum is odd, so it is ending at a odd square. My sequence number is lying inside a sequence that is ending at a odd square, that is 5 square, correct? So how I'm gonna find it out? I know that, okay, right now the column is odd for me, right? Whatever is the number that is deciding inside the column, and the column is the maximum one among both R and C. Then how I'm gonna find it out? Can I say, suppose that I was finding out for 3 and 5. So maximum of both of them is 5, that is the column number. Can I say 5 square, correct, minus 3 plus 1 is my required result? Can I say column square minus the row number plus 1? Can I say it is my required result? Can I say this? So max of, what is the observation? Max of R and C, this is coming out to be the column, correct? And suppose that max of R and C is coming out to be the column. So here there can be two cases. There can be two cases here, right? What are the cases for us? The column can be odd, column can be even. Column can be odd, it can be even, correct? If it is an odd one, then it is a row driven sequence. If it is odd, then I know this is a row driven sequence. So for this, what I need to do, I need to say is that the required number is column square minus R plus 1. If suppose it turns out to be even, if suppose it turns out to be even, then what should we do? If suppose we are finding for 2 and 4, what is the result for 2 and 4? 11. What will be the result here? Can anyone give me the answer? What will be the result?
R square minus C plus 1.
ऐसा हो रहा है? Is it happening? Something like that? See, this is what? This is the column driven, right? So formula for this will be changed. What will be happening? Can I say this is equal to column was for C minus 1 whole square, C minus 1 whole square plus R. Is the result coming? Is the result coming? Suppose that you have more here. You are ending from 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. These numbers were also here. Let's suppose aisa bhi tha. And okay, we can find out in other ways as well. No need to write this. Suppose that you are finding out for an even column, right? What an even column would be? You can find out even column. Should I say maximum is the column number, right? We have to find it out. So you can try out for this. Maximum is this. This is column number will be even. I am finding out for odd. We can go ahead with this as well. 13, correct? I say this is at 4, 4. Am I correct? This is at 4, 4. So maximum is lying at the column. I can say so. Maximum is lying at the column. So is the answer coming out to be C minus 1 whole square plus R? Is it coming? It's coming, right? It's coming up. So these are the two formulas for us. Okay, what's next? What next we should do? Now, one thing is that we have found out that the column dominance. For column dominance, we have derived the formula. What about the row dominance? If row comes out to be the majority, something like that, you are row number 4, column number 2. Then I know that definitely it's gonna, if suppose maximum of R and C is coming out to be the row, correct? Coming out to be the row. Row is even, row is odd. Then tell me what will be the answer for us. Okay, let's go for row is even. Row is even, then it decreases. If row is even, then what's gonna happen? I know that inside the row only my result is gonna lie, correct? Even if you are searching for 14, let's say, what the result will be. Row is even, then what should happen? What is the result? It is equal to r square. Let's suppose I'm searching for what? 4 and 3, right? 4. So I can say r square minus 3 plus 1. Sorry. So it's going to be r square minus c plus 1 if the row is even. If it is odd, what should be the result? If it is odd, what should be the result? Tell me. You are starting off from here. Let's suppose you are searching for second column and third row. Then what should be the result? What should be the result here? The row dominance it is, and it is odd, by the way. It is odd. How you're going to figure that out? Can I say this is equal to, similarly, r minus 1 whole square plus c? That's it. So this is how your formulas are going to look like. This is the observation of this question. Okay, can somebody note down the formula? Can somebody note down? Let me write it. For what is odd row, odd column, by the way. What is the formula? C square minus r plus 1. Okay. For even column, let's say, the formula is c minus 1 whole square plus r. Okay. Let me write it for odd row. Odd row dominance. It is r minus 1 whole square, right? Plus c. For even row, it is r square minus c plus 1. That is the thing, correct? That is the thing. This is the formula for us. Have I written it correct? Let me try coding it. This is a simple problem now. Once we have broken up the entire thing, this is a simple problem. Just we need to maintain some if-else condition. What is it? By the way, you are given two values. What are they? X and Y. Sorry, T is the number of test cases. Firstly, you have to how many inputs you are gonna get. So anti T, C in T. Correct. Now I can say while T minus minus, while the time we will be able to achieve a single, at least a test case, I'm gonna take inputs in terms of long, okay, so that no overflow happens for X and Y, because they are almost a borderline values. Okay. So what the result will be? Long. You have to first check if. Firstly, let's calculate long max. Long m is equal to max of X and Y. Correct. Okay, so we are gonna say if m is equal to X, or it's better we name it in terms of R and C, row and col. Okay. If my value of m it is equal to the row, correct? And there are two conditions. What are they? If r mod 2, and if suppose r is odd, then what is the result for us? R is odd, then the result for us is r minus 1 into r minus 1 plus c. Okay, this should be my result. Or you can, yeah, that's fine. Correct. Else, if r is even, we have separate results. What are they? We can just try printing out r into r minus c plus 1. Okay. That's it. Similarly, we can go to the else part. If suppose my maximum is column 1. Okay, then we have to change the conditions a little bit. What we require, if we are on a odd column, if my column is odd, then my result will be column square. My result will be actually something like this, but in terms of column, we will be having column square minus row plus 1. Okay. And suppose I am having an even column, then my result is gonna be column 1 minus column 1 whole square, column minus 1 whole square plus row. That's it. Let us try running with the test cases that we have, whether we are getting any results or not. ठीक है, कोई गलती है या नहीं देख लेते हैं. Okay, let me try for one thing. I missed one thing, that is giving separate lines. Or else what we can do, there is no need to give it here. We can just at the end give a slash. 8115, is it the answer? Yes. So let us try running it. Correct? Let us try running it. यार ये क्या? Okay, downloaded. Let me try submitting this. Code 8. Accepted. Any doubts? Any problems? Do you people have? Bolo. Abhi bolo. Abhi bolo. Is there any doubt with the question? How the intuition came? And how we formulated everything? This is an observation, sole observation based problem. You don't need to require any hefty algo, hefty coding for this. This is solely an observation based problem. There are many like this in code shape and code forces. Okay? The more you can observe, the more better you are. These are all intuition based problems. You have to observe and play. And what is the time complexity of this question? Can anyone give me the answer? What's the time complexity for each test case? What is the time complexity? This is big O of 1. We are just solving some mathematical formulas that can be solved by computer in big O of 1 time. So see such huge constraints, but we solved the entire question just by mere observations in big O of 1 time. कोई doubt है किसी को? मेरे से अभी पूछो. Please tell me, all of you. All of you, only one person is responding. All of you. Okay, or shall I repeat something? Tell me. This is a very interesting problem. Please solve it. Okay, all of you try solving it on your own first. Okay. A permutation of integers 1 to n is called beautiful if there are no adjacent elements with difference 1. Given an n, given the value of n, construct a beautiful permutation if such a permutation exists. Can you try this? Can you try this? Given the question, very easy problem. Please think of the solution a little bit. आ जाएगा. कुछ देर सोचो फिर बताता हूँ. ठीक है? Okay, anyone is having any thoughts on this question? How would you solve this? What is a permutation? Can anyone give me the answer? What is a permutation? 1 to n. If you are having, what do you mean by permutation of 1 to n? बोलो कोई बोलो, आंसर बोलो इसका. Hello, am I audible to all of you?
हाँ sir.
बोलो permutation का मतलब क्या जानते हो?
Sir, 1 to n in any position of 1 to n can be any number, like n into
Okay, so
n.
if I'm having a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, any of its rearrangement, including the first one, is its permutation. 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay? All these are permutations of each other. How many permutation exist? If you are having n distinct numbers, how many permutation are there? 1 to n, we are having n distinct numbers here. How many permutations here exist? N factorial. Am I correct? Am I correct? Am I wrong? Maths, basic maths.
Yes.
Okay. How to generate that? We will see once we reach the topic of recursion. Okay. Since we are not here, and this problem also doesn't require any kind of recursion. Okay. This is simple intuitive problem. See, what is the brute force way? What is the most worst way to solve this question? You are having n 10 to the power 6. You are having n 10 to the power 6, correct? You generate all the permutation. You generate all the permutation. So it will be 10 to the power, in the worst, it will be 10 to the power 6 factorial, which is fairly huge number. We cannot afford to have generation of all permutations for us, correct? So kya karna hai? Something intuitive I need to think. What are the conditions that consecutive numbers should not be having a difference of 1? No adjacent element whose difference is 1. This should not be there. Difference can be anything. It should not be 1. Then what should we do? So I'm giving a simple solution. First, let's suppose n is 5. N is 5, correct? And n is 5. Then what will be happening? I say I will first write all the odd numbers in increasing order. 1, 3, 5. So between them, there is a consecutive difference of 2. Then you do, I have written the odd numbers in terms of increasing order. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write the even numbers also in terms of increasing order, 2 and 4. Difference between these two numbers is 3 and these two numbers is 2 again. This is a fairly simple permutation. Any permutation exists for n equal to 3. Is it possible? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. So see, for all the numbers, for any values that is lesser than equal to n, sorry, for any value of n that is lesser than equal to 4, no such permutation exists. You can try out generating all the permutation for n equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can simply see for n equal to 1, there is only a single permutation. I think for n equal to 1, there is a solution. That the permutation is of 1 only single number 1. So no adjacency exists, correct? No adjacency exists. So we can never have any two adjacent elements such that their difference is equal to 1. But suppose that n equal to 2, then you can have two permutations only, 1, 2, and 2, 1. For both of them, I guess, for both of them, there is an adjacent difference of 1. Okay. There are two elements only. Both of them are having adjacent difference of 1. Getting it? Similarly, I guess for n equal to 3 as well, if you try, there is no solution that is existing. More specifically telling, you have to figure out that any two numbers.
স্যার বলছি
বলো
স্যার 4টাতে তো হবে না
4 এ হবে না
n
4 এরও দেখো একটা
4 2 3 1
so what is happening 4 2 3 1 are these giving an absolute difference of 1? Is it giving?
ও না না আছে
No,
না,
sir.
So for 4
ঠিক
as
আছে।
well, there is no solution that is existing.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
Okay, this is an intuition. Solely that's an observation. Okay, via the observation you can grab the results. Okay, कोई doubt है पहले वो बोलो. So I'm leaving the part for you to code. This is a fairly simple problem to code. Please code it up on your own. ठीक है, code कर लोगे आप लोग? and this code is required, right? What was it, by the way? Which code it was? Spiral matrix. I'm giving it here as well.
Sir,
Take it.
sir, if n was equal to 4, then the solutions would have been like 1 and 3 or 1 and 4.
No adjacent elements whose difference is 1. Actually, it is not 1. It is absolute difference should be 1. What they are trying to say. ठीक है, थोड़ा यहाँ पे language का mismatch है. ठीक है. वरना
Sir,
तो
I was
Yeah,
telling
tell
that if we take like n equals to 4, okay.
if it is n equal to 4, we could have tried out 1 and 3. Then post that we could have tried out 2 and 4, like something like.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we are getting an absolute difference of 1 here.
That's
No, all the
so-
permutation you may try, all the 16 permutations. Nowhere you would be able to find out that there is
Yeah.
there will be
Yes,
at
sir.
least 2 elements whose the absolute difference will be 1. Okay. Always there will be existing.
okay, sir.
Oh,
Any doubt anyone is having? Please tell. Okay. This question is fairly simple. Please solve it. ठीक है, कोड करो इसे. कोड आप लोग, इससे आपका implementation अच्छा होगा. Correct? Okay, so the two sets problem is, this is somehow, I guess it is also related. Yeah, this is also an observation based problem. ठीक है. This is also an observation based problem. And we can try this out as well. ठीक है. I am giving you this as a task. Try to think of the solution. What can be a possible solution? This is also an intuition based problem, 2 sets. Try to think how can we bring the solution? What can be a possible solution from 1 to n? Let's discuss it in the next class. Okay? I'll carry on this intuition based problems for one more session. Okay, one more session. And 2 tasks. One is what we have given, since you will be getting this weekend. Okay? What you are to do, permutation, this particular question you have to code. This question you have to code permutation. Have I given the link?
Yes, sir.
Permutation, please take the link. Okay, let me give over the chat directly. Okay, I'm giving it here. I will give it there as well. Permutation, you have to code.
So Sunday we'll be having a doubt session, right?
Yeah, Sunday you'll be having a doubt
So
session.
this Sunday.
Yeah, this session.
sir, timing will be same.
Same. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Okay.
Any other timing if you want, you can tell us. Okay. Okay, so few more problems I will be taking. One of the most interesting problem will be digit queries. Okay, very interesting problem it is. Expect that. Okay, if you are unable to come up with any of the solution, okay, as well as what's bit strings, let me see. Okay, fine. This is the permutation combination based problem. We can solve it once if you wish to have a session of maths for us. Okay. Okay, let us, we'll be having some session on maths as well. After arrays, we can take it. Okay. When we will be coming to the modular arithmetics part and so on, we can take the question. And I would like to think on you. Okay, think for you. This question, these 3 problems I am giving. One question was already there, what you wish to implement, but you have to implement. 2 implementation and 2 problems to think. Okay. You have to please try these problems on your own, since we are getting a long weekend and next session will be on Tuesday. 5 दिन हुए ना?
Sir, from next session we will start array.
No, next session also some problems of introductory we will be doing. Okay, some good problems. Array division, I don't know. Digit queries will be there. Okay, digit queries will be there. 2 nights. Definitely ये 2 problem तो discuss करेंगे ही करेंगे. ठीक है, next class में. ठीक है, coin piles वाला देख लेता हूँ कौन सा problem है. ओके, ये भी मैथ्स में लेना पड़ेगा मे बी. या मैथ्स के लिए कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स है एंड सारे प्रॉब्लम्स ले नहीं सकते बिकॉज आप लोगों को रिकर्शन नहीं आता, एल्स वी वुड हैव टेकन दैट. ठीक है. 2 sets were there of equal sum by the way, palindrome reorder. Okay, ये भी, this is also a good intuition based problem, very good problem, very basic problem rather. What you people should know this. ठीक है. Try this as well. Think. I'm giving you to think. The last 3 problems, whether you can implement or not, it doesn't matter. You try to think how the solution will be coming. On what basis the solution is lying? ठीक है. Please someone, Amir, can you paste this question on the chat? Is it possible? Amir is here.
Sir is not here.
Okay,
No,
anyone,
sir.
anyone can paste it over the chat. Yukti, can you do it?
श्योर सर करना क्या है?
इन जो प्रॉब्लम्स चैट बॉक्स पे दिए हुए हैं उनको आप यहाँ पे व्हाट्सएप में पेस्ट कर दो ग्रुप में.
ओके ओके फाइन फाइन फाइन.
ठीक है. आज के सेशन में किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया वो मुझे बताओ अभी. बोलो. और एनी वन ऑफ यू हैव एनी कंफ्यूजन, विश टू आस्क मी समथिंग? देखो मैं ट्राई करूंगा इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन विल बी टेकिंग 3 थिंग्स. व्हाट आर दे? कुछ चीजों को आप सोचो. द 3 प्रॉब्लम्स यू थिंक. ठीक है. 2 problems I'm gonna taking up for sure. 2 nights. This is a very good intuitive problem. ठीक है. 2 nights. Digit queries is gonna be 1. ठीक है. अगर ये ना भी ले पाए तो उसके नेक्स्ट सेशन में arrays वाले सेशन में पहले digit queries ले लेंगे फिर arrays शुरू करेंगे. Arrays are mostly basic ones. ठीक है. And as well as some more problems of here like trailing zeros. This again a very good maths based problem. We can do it in the maths class as well. So these 2 problems we will be targeting 2 nights as well as digit queries. Correct? These are all intuition based problem. ये जो 3 problem आपको दिया सोचने के लिए, सोच के आओगे आप सब. ठीक है. All of you have to think. As well as the first 2 problems, whatever we I've given you to implement 2 problems. Please do that. ठीक है. हो जाएगा सबसे, वो पहले बोलो. Would you try? होगा या नहीं? कोई डाउट है? Yes, try तो करते ही होगा, right? You have to try. See, everything is not gonna be easy, correct? You have to try like this. Once you try consistently, your level is gonna be up after some time. This is what even I did. So don't be demotivated कि ये question tough है मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है. आपको करना है. अगर नहीं हो रहा है solution देखेंगे. ठीक है ना? But we will do it. That's the main motto.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
Yeah, tell me.
सर एक डाउट है. मींस ऐसे क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड नहीं है.
बोलो.
सर जब आपने 2 क्वेश्चंस दिए थे सॉल्व करने के लिए इंक्रीजिंग एरिया एंड रेपिटेशन वाला, तो मैंने फुल डे सिर्फ 2 क्वेश्चंस पे लगाया.
हाँ.
तो हमें कितना टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहिए एक क्वेश्चन पे? मींस अगर हमें नहीं अप्रोच तक नहीं पहुंच पा रहे, हम कोड नहीं कर पा रहे, तो हमें कितना टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहिए?
देखो स्टार्टिंग के आधा 1 घंटा देख लो हो रहा है या नहीं. ठीक है. If suppose after half an hour, even if you are not able to think of any solution, then आप क्या करो उसके एडिटोरियल को पढ़ो. एडिटोरियल यहाँ पे चलो CSES में एक चीज बहुत बुरा है कि यहाँ पे कोई एडिटोरियल नहीं मिलता. चाहे तो यूट्यूब देख सकते हो, कुछ लोगों ने सॉल्यूशन बनाया हुआ है. ठीक है. वेरी फ्यू पीपल.
हाँ सर यूट्यूब में है सर.
ठीक है. तो वो देख सकते हो, देख के समझने की कोशिश करो. इससे आपका एडिटोरियल पढ़ना, दूसरों के कोड्स पढ़ना, ठीक है, इससे आपको नए नए अप्रोच मिलते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ पता चलता है नया. These things you have to do. Correct. Try to develop your thinking. Logic building आप develop करो. इससे आपके problem solving आसान हो जाएगा. ये मैंने भी किया है. ठीक है. Just a minute. Let me plug on my charger. Stop the sharing first. Okay.